Week's Reiki Healing Circle. I've decided that we're going to talk about, just for today, let go of anger. And I've had an awful lot of things that have been angry about in the last few months. And I handle it a lot differently than I used to. Because I used to not even be aware when I'd get angry. I just start snapping at people. And that kind of hurts your relationships, and the people around you don't understand why you're being like you are. But the first step to, just for today, let go of anger is becoming aware of when you're angry. Because anger is not a bad thing. We all handle it differently, and it's some of the behaviors that we have around anger that can cause it to be a negative thing for us and for others. But anger itself is it's information that you are becoming aware of something that's unfair, something that is out of your control, something that's making you angry. And it's asking you to take a look at why you are angry. Because a lot of times when we're angry, there is an unfair situation. That does happen. But sometimes we create our own anger by taking part in things that then make us angry. And if you investigate when you become angry, first thing to do is to go, oh, wait a minute, that makes me really angry. Oh, okay, I'm angry. Become aware of the fact that I'm angry rather than just spouting off or something and then looking back on it and realizing that you were angry. So, oh, okay, I'm angry about something. The next thing is to pause. And it's so hard to pause because we just want to react when we get angry. I know I'm guilty of it. That's my thing, is that it kind of spurs me into action. And that can be very good. So it is a positive thing in some ways, because sometimes we need to take action. But sometimes we need to step back and look, are we responsible for our own anger? In essence, usually we are, because it's how we're viewing something that's causing this anger. The things that I've been angry about recently, that I've been like, well, this is just unfair. It's just not fair what's happening. And this is something that's been ongoing for me for 14 years. That's just not fair. And I've let go of it over the years because it would just eat me up inside. And other people have been like, how can you just let go of that? It's so unfair. And I had to, because I can't do anything about it. It's unfair. It is what it is. But I can't change it. No matter what I do, no matter how much money I put into it, it's not going to change the situation. And so I need to let go of it. And that is only something I can do. It's not something anyone can do for me. I have to actually let go of that feeling of unfairness and say, well, it is what it is. I chose to do something at some point in my life. And because of that, it's caused this unfair situation. And it's not that what I chose to do means that I deserve the unfair situation. It certainly doesn't. But since I can't do anything about it, it is what it is. So now that I've become aware that I'm angry about something, it's just something's been coming up again lately for me. So that's why I'm talking about it. When you're aware, you can pause, step back, but you need to investigate what that anger is about. Because it's information. It's trying to tell you something. Something needs to change, or something is out of your control. And when you pause and breathe in that wonderful Reiki energy that's all around us, and let it just come out, but not through your lungs so much. Let that Reiki energy come in and let it go out through every single pore of your body. And when you think of that Reiki energy as love, you're breathing in love and breathing out. And that love is going out like little white light just emanating from your body. It's really hard to do when you're angry. But if you practice it when you're not angry, then when you are angry, taking that step back will allow you have to acknowledge what that information is. Because if you just bury your head, all you're doing is cooping up that anger inside you. But when you acknowledge what that anger is about, and can I do something about it, and therefore make a plan and do something, or can I not do anything about it, and therefore I need to let it go. Thank the anger for the information that it's brought to you, because, life is not fair. So it is what it is, but sometimes we just need to be made aware of that, because bad things happen to good people, and it's just, no, I said that wrong. Bad things happen to good people. And it is what it is. So it all happens to everybody, I guess is what I'm trying to say, is that I'm not the only person that has an unfair situation in my life. Probably everybody has something that's unfair. And if you're not thinking of something right now that might be unfair in your life, I'm sure something has happened to you in your life that has been unfair. And it's just a part of life. And so once we accept that there's something out of our control, that's when we can hand it over and let go of it. And realize that anger is not doing you any good. It's telling you something, and that's important, and you need to take that. But once you've understood what that lesson is that you're hearing about, or the information that you're learning, breathe in and let it go and let it pass. It is a momentary experience. Even when something repeatedly comes up, as it has for me in the last few months, it is a momentary passing. Emotions come, and we feel like they're everything in this world. They're just going to last forever. But if you wait 5 minutes, usually it eases. And if you wait 20 minutes, it will ease. It's guaranteed to. Strong emotions do not stay with us. Unfortunately, we perpetuate our own emotions, which is where this Reiki principle of just for today, let go of anger. Because if we perpetuate it, if we keep telling ourselves, I'm angry, this is unfair, I'm angry, you're encouraging that emotion to stay with you. And emotions are not meant to stay inside and stay with you all the time. They're meant to come and go. And sometimes they don't come and go as quickly as we'd like. But when that happens, that's when we can change our thought process by, just for today, be grateful. Find something to be grateful for. Not everything in life is unfair. There's so much to be thankful for. There are miracles happening all around us. And in every moment of every day, there are miracles. The fact that we're the human race and are developing all this technology and doing things is amazing, and it's just all miracles. Find something to be grateful for, and that helps you to let go of that anger or that powerful emotion that you don't want anymore. It is a process of flipping the script. At least for me it was. When I would become depressive, not that that has anything to do with anger, but that for me was consuming, because I fed it. I just tell myself how much I hated myself and how stupid I was, and nobody could possibly love me because I didn't love me, so how could anybody else love me? And by saying all of those things to myself, constantly, literally just repeating it, waking up in the night and saying these things to myself, I wasn't doing myself any favors. So I flipped the script by learning to tell myself nicer things, because I'm a pretty good friend to other people. So I learned to be my own best friend. And when I changed that outlook, it made such a difference for me, because instead of being the devil on my shoulder telling me how horrible I was, I became the angel on my shoulder saying, wait a minute, you might have done things that weren't great at that time, but you were dealing with a very difficult situation, and forgive yourself. And Reiki principles have helped me to do that. And that's why I do this, because hopefully by hearing a little bit of this, some of my story helps someone else to make their lives better. So let's go over and do our Reiki Healing Circle for today. So just close your eyes and relax. Let go of any tension and anxiety, and know you're surrounded by love, peace, and security. Bring your attention to your breath and take a few slow, deep breaths. Breathe in love and breathe out peace. Place your palms upwards with the intention to send healing to the center of our circle. Now bring your attention to your heart center and fill your heart with love and compassion, and set the intention that we're going to send Reiki, love and blessings, or healing thoughts to the center of our circle. Feel this energy building up and up until it completely fills our circle with golden light. Feel the energy continue to build until it fills the room and encloses and bathes us in golden healing light. Feel the energy flowing from us and visualize the golden light connecting and embracing us within this healing and loving space. Make your connection to your own divine source, and if appropriate, invite your guides and guardian angels into our circle. Ask for guidance, wisdom, and compassion so that we can help bring love and healing to the earth and to everyone and everything that lives upon the earth. So now send out healing, love and blessings with the knowledge that where thought goes, energy flows. Now we will place ourselves in the center of the circle to receive this golden healing energy. So I place Heather in the center of our circle. Now place yourself in the center of our circle. Now visualize each of us in the center of the circle receiving a healing from this golden glowing energy. Feel the energy flowing around us and through us. Feel it connecting us. Feel it healing and soothing us. And feel it filling every cell of our bodies with health and positive energy. Feel it calming our minds, filling our hearts with love, and opening our consciousness to the wisdom of the universe. And now we will place whoever or whatever we wish to receive a healing in the center of our circle. So I place Neil, Anne, Patty Lou, all my friends and family, and our pets in the center of our circle. Now place whoever or whatever you wish to receive a healing in the center of our circle. Now feel free to call out at random anyone or anything else you would like to place in the circle. I place world peace, the Dalai Lama, and everyone who comes to the circle in the center of the circle. Now visualize all the people and situations we have placed in the circle, bathed in golden healing light and surrounded by our love. Now imagine taking hold of the hands of the person on either side of you in our circle, and also visualize taking hold of the hands of all people in Reiki groups throughout the world. Feel the energy flowing from hand to hand and heart to heart, and reaching out to the whole of the universe. And now bring your attention to Mother Earth and see the earth surrounded in golden healing light, and send love, blessings, and gratitude for all she provides for us. Ask that the earth may be healed, cleansed, and at peace. And now, with a little squeeze of appreciation, release the hands on either side of you. Allow the visualization to gently fade away, but hold on to the feeling of oneness and love. And that's our healing circle for today. So, let's go over and find out what our angel cards are. So, if you've chosen card number 1, it is Sincere relationships. And I started to read this description earlier, and I thought, I really should read you this description because it's beautiful and it's really important. So, bring your awareness to the people you surround yourself with. Toxic associations can create stress, sadness, apprehension, and other negative emotions. It is important that you are honest about how you feel about your most significant relationships. This is not limited to romantic relationships and may include an employer, a family member, or a friend who has a lot of influence in your life. Consider whether a relationship is causing you unnecessary stress. Is your social life a source of negativity? This exercise is not about blame. You are simply deciding how your various relationships affect your emotional energy. If there is tension in a relationship, try having a healthy conversation with the individual involved. Take responsibility for your role in this situation, but be clear on what it is that you want as an outcome. Examine how you relate to the people who you meet. Having healthy relationships brings more health to your life. If a relationship is sincere, the communication is relaxed. There is honesty. Both parties feel empowered, and your life is truthfully better with this person in it. And that is what sincere relationships means as a card. I always focus on the fact that Reiki has brought me such wonderful, beautiful people into my lives. My life, parallel lives, anyway. People who are like-minded, who struggle with life just like I do, but they also understand that we're all human. And I love the fact that Reiki has brought such sincere relationships into my life. But this card and that description explains a bit more about how we can have toxic relationships in our life as well. And it's how we handle them that will help us to make our lives better. I didn't get on with my father very well. He was a charismatic, amazing man, and people who knew him in small amounts absolutely loved him and adored him. But I had a really hard time having a long-term relationship with him. He was very self-centered and didn't really listen to what other people were saying. He was very knowledgeable, and I did try to learn from as much as I could. But I needed, at one point towards the end of his life, where I had to cut myself off from him. And it made my life a lot better. And so sometimes that's what we need to do. So I guess that's why I thought I needed to read that card today. So hopefully it helps you if you've chosen card number 1. It is a beautiful card to have chosen. It is asking you to look around and see those beautiful people that surround you, that are your true close friends, that have the same thoughts that you do. So your tribe, I guess. Beautiful card. And if you've chosen card number 2, it is respect. And I love how this card looks. I mean, that woman is just shining, literally. She's got a crown on her head, a very big crown on her head, and she respects herself. And that is really important, and it's something that we all need to do, is to respect ourselves. And when we start to do that, our world will change. And that's what I love about this card. It looks like this person's life is just transformed into the beautiful miracle that our lives can be. So that is a beautiful card for anyone. And do read the long description, because my wafflings are not necessarily what this card means for you. So have a look at that, and I'm sure it's a wonderful card to have chosen. And for anyone that chose card number 3, it is Answers Within. And what a beautiful card that is. And I think this card is asking us to look back at our younger us that is still in our hearts, because the world kind of beats those answers out of us. And only when we go back to looking at this world with curiosity instead of fear. Thank you, Pearl Yedidia, because that is coming from your post this morning. So if you don't know Pearl Yedidia on LinkedIn, check her out, because she's very, very wise writer. And she's asking everyone to look at the world with curiosity of a child. And it's so true that we do get fearful the older we get, until we start realizing that we're fearful, and then we start to look at the world through children's eyes again. And the answers are inside all of us. We do look externally for answers a lot, at least I used to. And the answers are inside of you. What you can find is that talking your questions through with someone else can bring out those answers, and then you know what your answers are. So, or journaling is another way. You can write down what your questions are, and then just write down all the stupid things that come through your head that you just normally wouldn't. Oh no, I don't want to write that. Oh no, just write it down. Even if it's not related to what your question is, you will get to where you're answering your own questions. It's quite a nice process, journaling. But also talking things through with somebody is a great way to do it as well. But read the card, as I said, the description that I post, because my wafflings may have nothing to do with what this card actually means for you. But it is a great card to have drawn this week for anyone that's chosen it, because your answers are within you. And you can get in touch with them even if you don't think you can. I know you can. If I can do it, you can do it. And thank you for the comments. I do see I've got an afternoon and a thank you, and thank you very much. Unfortunately, my comments have gone back to saying Facebook user, so I don't know who's commenting. But it is lovely to see comments come up too. But please comment if you're not watching during the live and you're commenting later, because I do come back and I like to try and catch up with everyone at some point. So thank you for joining me this week, and I hope everyone has a fabulous week. Look for those miracles as we go throughout the week. And if something makes you angry, recognize that it's telling you something. And then breathe in all that Reiki energy around you and let that anger go. It's better for you health-wise, mentally and physically and spiritually. So thank you. Bye. We'll see you next week.